So bring it on, fresh, fervent, fevered, how it always was and how it always will be. Feel it, this is where it starts. Whatever your ambitions, a good beginning is the perfect way to get things underway. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
There's Lamine Yamal, Peter, the latest Spanish superstar. I'd like to see him get a lot of freedom on that right wing.
And is that his best position?
I'd say so, Peter. With him being left-footed, he can cut inside, but he's such an all-round threat. He has that blistering pace that he can use to beat the best defenders, and it's very difficult to stop him once he starts linking up with others, once he's made that inside run.
So off we go then. Maradona engages and forces him off the ball. He shifted it to the flank.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Darder. Tony Lato. And it's made its way to him. Eder Militao with the clearance.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their...
He's having a pop! And that is wildly off target.
Costa most definitely hit it with a lot of venom and little control. It carried hardly any danger.
Seedorf. Great vision. Lewandowski. It's roll! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
That's wonderfully done. Crisp hit, true finish.
There you go. That's what happens when you've got top-class talent.
An early launch, just as they wanted, just as they hoped it. Darder. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. No, that's been dealt with. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. That's a super give and go. Has to go back here. Oh, that's and a chance! And he hits the net. That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic. Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
So they have it all to do again.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And here's Yamal, and here's Maradona. Succumbs to the pressure.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Lewandowski, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. And it's Lewandowski. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Tony Lato did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. That's a lovely, neat pass. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Strokes it back.
They're really getting no time to think on the ball here.
No, just not quite.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
Edmilson. And he's forced to go back. Passing is crisp and sharp. Yamal. Now the ball in. Tony Lato. Torre, who does have an assist to his name. Goes looking wide. Pablo Torre. Tries to dink it through. And that's a simple one for the keeper. 30 minutes gone. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Now it's Morishi, and it's Costa. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Tony Lato, and it's Costa. And Maradona. Now it's Raul. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Dardan. And it's Costa. Wriggles his way through. Costa. Very nicely done. And it's hoisted clear. Tries to pass it through. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. And he thumps it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Morishi, and that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's a smartly directed ball.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Costa was in no mood for any of that. Omar Mascarell. It's Dardan. Morishi. And it's Costa. Knocks it into space. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. So it's one each. How are you seeing it, Jim?
Well, it sets up a very entertaining second half, Peter. Who's going to make the first move, trying to win this, and how they might find a way to sustain good pressure.
Milan are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. Mallorca get the second half going. Now Omar Mascaral. Now it's Morishi. This looks promising. Oh, he's played it in low. Eder Militao clears without hesitation. Oh, good steal. He just read it. Alaba. Eder Militao. Yamal. Now it's Lewandowski. That has been slung wide. No, he's not going to get any further than that. Maradona. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now it's Morishi. And the counter is on. Morishi, spread it left. Oh, that's neat. So much time and space here. And he's gone backward here. He's in a great chance!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And he's being shifted off it. That's destined for the flank. Milan do have a chance to counter here. Costa. And the pass is intercepted. Seedorf. Spread out to the left. Now it's Hazard. Hazard will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. A droll. Costa. And it's Torre. And Pablo Torre. And he's picked it up out wide. And it's Torre. Tony Lasso has it out wide and in space. Can he spark a counter here? Now it's Yamal. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Darder. Some front-footed pressing going on here. Tony Lato. Now that looks a decent ball. It's a promising position. Darder.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes.
Yeah, there's going to be a significant change of approach, I think. They really are shaking up their attack now.
Attenzione, un cambio.
Space for him to turn and look. Delivers with whip. And that's the keeper's ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. That's going wide left. He's in plenty of space here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And here's Raul.
Milan clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
This is it then, now or never. And it's Costa. Can he get on the end of this? It's a sweeping cross. Eder Militao. And it's Seedorf. Edmilson. Yamal. Neatly clipped into space. Tony Lato. Can he get it through? A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Costa.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
So changes afoot here, and from both sides.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Edmilson. Maradona is onto it in a flash. That looks a good ball through. Mbappe receives, shoots! Oh, wow, that's crazy! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Milan now on the verge of victory, save for a few potentially hectic final moments.
Well, what an end to the game, Peter. But now comes the overwhelming question: how long is there left, including stoppages?
Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep, and he's quick to get rid. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Opts for safety. Seedorf. Mbappe. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football. A real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Lewandowski voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Milan have done it. They're people without a fingernail left between them after what they have just witnessed.
Milan really wanted this. I mean, look at those players now. Some are barely able to move. They squeezed every ounce of energy out of themselves to get this result. And congratulations to them.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beck. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Thanks for the intro, Peter. I've been soaking up the atmosphere and I'm really looking forward to what lies in store.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I'm really impressed with this guy, Jude Bellingham. For one so young, he has wonderful intelligence and a great ability to read the game. The most expensive 17-year-old in the game too, and he's got a wonderful natural feel of space.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Off we go then. Tries to thread one through. Lofted in. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Mastantuono goes short. Not the most convincing of passes. And now a sudden chance to counter. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Camavinga. Figo. That's Rudiger. Alaba. Here's Ricky Puig. Figo. Figo makes a dash for it. Goes looking wide. Oh, it's played into the area. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. And here's Yamal. Strokes it back. Patience, the overwhelming virtue in this game so far. Vinicius Junior. Oh, delightful ball. And it's gone all the way through to the keeper. Helps for safety. Alaba. Vinicius Junior might just make this.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive. Gonzalo Garcia really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Well-timed, excellent interception. Herreras. Aims beyond the defence. And he skips past his man. He's having a shot! And it's a goal! What a delicious finish. That is immaculate.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
En el minuto 23, el dorsal 16.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Now it's Mbappe. In towards the back stick. And that has been knocked clear.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Garcia. And it's Valverde.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He is just caressing the ball. Now, can they get him away? Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. They've played it short. Figo. That has found him in acres of... Oh, good effort! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
Valverde. Garcia. Vinicius Junior. Looking to play him in. And this is Torres. Now it's... Oh, shooting chance! Tries to get it clear. Knocks it into space. And he's certainly onside here. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. He leaps for it. It's hit the crossbar. Oh, and that one's done no damage in the end.
Well, was he a little smarter then, Peter, than he needed to be? I'm not sure he needed to cut it as fine as he did. He had enough of the goal to aim at. OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Valverde. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Ricky Puig can so cleverly bypass the press. Figo. Half-time getting close now. Crosses it into the air, and a header! Harmlessly behind.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Carreras. Bellingham. Passing is crisp and sharp. And here's Mbappe. Oh, well played. Plenty of numbers back. Mastantuono with the short one. Tries a shot! Oh, denied! Brilliantly!
Carvajal clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Can he finish? And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Mastantuono plays it. He's having a shot! Not a bad try by any means. And that brings the first half to a close. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Milan go in at half-time with a game to chase.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
Well, that is the first half done, and we are ready for what follows in the second. So right back into the action.
Milan really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Bellingham. Garcia. Mastantuono. And it's Carvajal. And it's Bellingham. And he's picked it up out wide. And the shot! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Carreras, Alaba, pass somewhat off target, looking for options for movement. Mbappe, Garcia looking to add to his goal, and shifted it to the flank.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
And no, that was never going to make it. Still chasing the game, trailing by 1. Bellingham. Now it's Mbappe. Vinicius Junior. Yamal, the puppet master, looking to pull the strings. Now it's Mbappe. Good pressure, determined, intense. He slings, it's rising! Oh, that's a brilliant save! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Gonzalo Garcia is offering a wry smile there.
And that has been cleared. Threads one in.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
That's tidy. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And it's Carvajal. Vinicius Junior does well not to be outdone there. Your impression so far, Jim?
We've not seen much from this team as a whole, Peter. OK, that's largely due to the way their opponents have approached it, but they...
He's had a shot! Off the post! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, I think he'll undoubtedly add more movement and fluidity in the final third with his passing range.
El dorsal 30 será reemplazado por el dorsal 12.
Has a look up and delivers.
Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Quality ball.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Mbappe. Carreras. Now Alaba. Asensio. Garcia. And it's Bellingham. Tries to play it through. And he gets rid in a hurry.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Alaba cuts out the pass. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
That's gone loose. Could move up a gear here. Milan could be just about done here.
Well, I suppose they need something to break their way, Peter. Anything at this late stage.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold with the delivery. Cleared away.
Madrid really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
He's in a great position here. And the shot! And that's a tidy finish. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 10.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Valverde. Now it's Hazard. And here's Raul. Garcia.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And we're done. In the end then, no joy. Not for the want of trying, not for the want of running. Simply they were beaten by a better team on the day. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic, and they were ruthlessly exploited, and deserved to be.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening. Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself.
La formazione del Milan. Il numero 6, Seedorf. Il numero 17, Hazard. Il numero 21, Fernando Torres.
And we're underway. Torres. And he's picked it up out wide. Very nicely done. He leaps for it! Goal! Milan! The ideal start!
That's the perfect confidence boost they needed. Brilliant.
He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Milan make the perfect start. They are already ahead. Daddy. Shot could be on. He'll try from distance. Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Marius Curena has a look and plays it forward.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Picked out brilliantly. And the shot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it's almost like he had too much thinking time there, Peter.
So just the one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Passing is crisp and sharp. Some good work on the right flank here. Seedorf did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. He's having a shot! Well taken goal. Again, in a trice, and they are soaring!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Numero 11.
So that's two now without reply.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nicked it back promptly. Now it's Maradona. Edmilson. Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Marchal. Over to the right flank.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Yamal. Milan do have a chance to counter here. He shifted it to the flank. Oh, he's found support out wide. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Dartier. Now it's Yamal. No luck with that dink over the top. Not the most accurate pass. Yamal, who's set up one goal so far. And he's quick to snatch it back. And here's Yamal. Real chance! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Lamine Yamal has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Marchal. Betia. Dadier. Milan looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's looking wide. Fernando Torres. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Taken back almost at once. Pass somewhat off target. Milan have it back and can go again. Hazard providing an outlet on that flank. Big chance! What about that from Fernando Torres? That is a gem! An absolute gem! Up by 3. They have their boot on the throats of their foes. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
A case now of complete control. Betia.
Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Tries to pass it through, and he's definitely onside. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. Well, they could break here. And it's Fernando Torres. And here's Lewandowski. That's the end of the first 45. Well, who would have thought it? A huge chasm between the two teams already, and it might grow even wider in this second half.
Milan absolutely dominated that half, Peter, and now it's all about game management. There's no need to overstretch themselves, just stay calm and see this one out.
Milan seemingly the only team to have turned up here. It is 3-0 at the break. We're on the move again. Escurena, and that interception was most necessary. Yamal, and it's Lewandowski. Marchal. Escurena, and he's straight offside. And it's Maradona. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Escurena. Spread to the right. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Header! He's kicked it out, just.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Oh, that's a key interception. Lewandowski being watched hawkishly here.
Well, to be fair to that defence, it's nigh on impossible to cater for such astute movement, but at least, eventually, they've made the right call.
Azar. Seedorf. Yamal. And that has been slung wide. Marchal. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Opts for safety. Yamal. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Hazard. Ball swung in. Daddy. Now there's a fine ball. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Look at the space here. That's a lovely, neat pass. He's got away. Oh, no joy this time.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
Pass is just off target.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 17, Hazard. Viene sostituito con il numero 7. Cambio di giocatori.
Marchal. Just no time to dwell on the ball there. Edmilson. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's Maradona. And here's Raul. Looking here to chip it. Great chance! It goes to show he is human after all.
I just wonder what was on his mind there. Should have put his foot right through it.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 21.
So a bit of a revolving door here. Lots and lots of changes. Mbappe coming on here. A change that was broadly anticipated.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Maradona. That's the keeper's ball. Some resolute defending there. Milan will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Just 5 minutes left. Yamal. And the counter is on. No, he refuses to take the bait. Looking for options for movement. Ah, such a clever touch. Milan have opted to make another change here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Viene sostituito con il numero 14. Il quarto uomo indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Time added on will be 2 minutes. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Decent chance! And that will be it. Milan pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Lewandowski taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
La alineación de hoy será el dorsal 20, Marcos Alonso.
So it's away we go then. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Robert Lewandowski. He's just about the perfect all-round striker. Not least because he can finish equally well with both feet, Peter. It's not all about his finishing, though. He's always on the shoulder, looking for that ball in behind, and that prevents the opposition defence from getting too high or, indeed, getting too comfortable.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. That's very disappointing, it has to be said. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And it's Arda Güler. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it. This is the time you need that pace.
He likes Moriba.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Aspas. It's a promising position. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Eder Militao. This is a promising build-up. Oh, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. Well, there's the clearance. And it's Edmilson.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
Passing is crisp and sharp.
Vigo definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
It's a sweeping cross. He's shooting! It's loose now and they want to get it back. No, just not quite. Can he spark a counter here? Tries one from range. Boy, he struck that clean. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Nice control. Bayer getting this one clear. Güler played back into the centre, looking for a runner. No, he's just misjudged that one. That is ended up in no man's land. That's going wide left. Space for him to turn and look. And a chance! Ricky Puig getting this one clear. This time, surely! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Point-blank header! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Cruyff. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Figo. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Spread out to the left. Figo receives it in a wide position. He shifted it to the flank. Edmilson. Cruyff. Cruyff proves just a little bit too strong. And that is well cleared. And he's quick to snatch it back. Ricky Puig conjures time and space where few can. That's really well cleared. Cleared away.
Un minuto de descuento.
And here's Cruyff. Back towards the middle. And it's Arda Güler. And the referee has blown for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So, nothing to report so far on the goals front.
After all that probing and testing the waters, here's hoping for a more open second half.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. And here is the first touch of the second half.
Well, both sides are eager to get going. Here's hoping that it's a good sign. Things are about to change. We need a little more life in this.
And here's Aspas. Wriggles his way through, and he's picked it up out wide. He is just caressing the ball. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Cruyff. Spread it left. And here's Lewandowski. And here's Mbappe. Mbappe purring through the gears. Nicely spread. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. He's on it, can he get away? And that has left him in a heap. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Well, into the second half, and it's still goalless. Edmilson. That's Figo. Opts for safety. It's a searching pass. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Now, can they get him away? Lewandowski in acres of space out wide. Impressive jump! It's run loose, who's going to get there? He likes Moriba.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Goulet kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Mbappe. Ricky Puig. Played out towards the right wing. And here's Goulet. Now it's Mbappe. Milan have a free kick. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 19 será sustituido por el dorsal 9.
Marcos Alonso with the clearance. Nice interception, well timed. Oh, and Cruyff! No, he's missed it.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
That has been cut short.
Vigo are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
And here's Aspas. Ricky Puig. And it's Cruyff. Alaba. Now it's Aspas. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. He likes Moriba. Turns back here, probably the best option. Distributed tidily. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. And this is Aspas. Lofted in. Shot a goal! Oh, good finish. Finally, the deadlock is broken.
Well, what a shift in moods here, Peter. That weight's finally off their shoulders, and tails are well and truly up.
As simple as you like, the outcome utterly inevitable.
Again, that's terrific movement, Peter, and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Se va a producir un cambio de jugadores. El dorsal 10.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
Well, Peter, I don't think there's anything tactical or injury-related here. I think it's just all about the push for a goal now.
So the first moment of real... Decent chance!
Milan really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Marcos Alonso. Well, this could be it, bar something close to a minor miracle.
Well, whatever it is, Peter, it needs to be drastic and quick. Maybe the late show.
Looking for options for movement. Cross needs to be good. Oh, great leap! Not a bad try by any means. And again, they run up against stubborn defending.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
So this is it. We're on the verge of witnessing a major shock. Oh, he's been caught now. Oh, good line. Nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And that's been drilled in, and he's there to get it away. And that is that. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable, sometimes unwatchable for those with a vested interest. Your reflections then, Jim?
Milan seem to have taken this on with a complacent mentality to just turn up and win, and they deserve the criticism they're going to get.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all.